Okay, so I know I can't convert people. I know that. Okay, I'm very well aware of this, but I want to make sure I am so clear to everyone. Okay, the whole J juice, the whole jelly juice of the cabbage water and white salt was for back in 2016 when we didn't have a highly accelerated environment and we needed to release demons and also wake up the immune system and cause people to maybe blow their nose, get their immune system activated. And then progressively throughout the whole evolution of the jelly juice, we added meat, milk, cheese, eggs, everything in the food supply. We didn't have any kind of diet that once was promoted early on in the J world. We figured out we needed all food in the food supply because climate change and the COVID was running rampant and you needed the food. And you needed to deal with the symptoms. You needed to cough. Okay, I didn't take J juice for any of my symptoms when you think about it, to stop them. I coughed. I coughed so hard. I would see stars sometimes. I would have weird ass dreams. I would be blowing my nose till the kingdom come. Blowing my nose, blowing my nose, blowing my nose, blowing my nose, coughing. And I would also pull out the shit out of my ass. And then I discovered later on that you needed also cream and milk to replace any proteins that were released. And I needed also the complete proteins, like the meat or soy or beans and rice. But I never took J juice. When you think about it, I didn't do waterfalls in reaction to any of my symptoms at all whatsoever. Because in this environment, the J juice is representation of the ionosphere and the particle acceleration. You already have the energy being given to you for free. You don't need the J juice anymore. Now you need to feed your body and face the pain and cough and sneeze, blow your nose, poop, eat all food in the food supply, drink milk and cream, and face your issues. Not remedy it away or waterfall it away with the J juice, of which I've seen 2 people in the religious world who are advocating that on their Facebook. I'm not going to call them out because I can't change them. Yeah, they can tag me and stuff, or they'll say stuff. They won't say J juice, but they'll say fermented cabbage, water, and salt. They're going to do waterfalls today. But that, I'm telling you, that will work against you. What you're doing is just freezing things in place. You're not actually releasing them, really, when you think about it. Even if you did a waterfall, I've done waterfalls where all it was just whatever I drank came out. There wasn't any poop coming out. And then, so people are surprised with me, at me at one point when they just did so many waterfalls the night before, and then they had to poop the next day. They're like, well, what happened? I thought I got everything out with the waterfalls. No, no, no. You see, when you're curing something with salt and water and with fermented cabbage, all you're doing is freezing it in place, trapping it in the body. And when you trap something in the body and then you cure your body by keeping the mechanisms that already were working against you in place, then you're not doing anything different. You're not evolving. You're not releasing, really, when you think about it. And you're probably not hungry for food. You're not bringing in the necessary nutrients to rebuild the body and release the demons. Literally, like, seriously. Literally releasing the demons and building your body up. And so I want to make this very clear. The J juice is not something to use in response to any symptoms. You actually don't even need it now when you think about it, because the environment is the energy that will bring up everything and its mother. Literally. You don't need the J juice now. I haven't done J juice in probably over a couple years when you think about it. I don't need it anymore because this environment is ionic enough. I don't need the ionization of the J juice anymore. Nobody does. Not anymore. But see, what's interesting is the system now. When I go onto Google and I Google jelly juice, you'll hear, Siri or whoever it is, Google, hey Google, whatever. say that, oh yeah, chili juice recipe is this, this, and this. And they'll give you the whole recipe. Because the system knows people are going to use it. They're not going to evolve. They're going to trap the little demons inside of them. They won't be eating food because they won't be hungry. And so they'll starve. And I have been evolving and telling you, you don't need J juice anymore. Now you need the meat, milk, cheese, eggs, fruits, and vegetables, and blow your nose, cough, sneeze, blow your nose. I have a new book out. Yes, I have the recipe in there so you don't have anyone mistaken. Because you can do maybe probably 1 or 2 shots of J juice, but even people who are obese that probably have a lot they can release, they still have to do it systematically. They can't just drink J juice and think everything's going to come out and everything will just be like that at once. No, it's a process. But you don't need to do so much, because when you do so much J juice every day, the body will have an antibiotic resistance. It's not that it's antibiotic, but the body will be in a cured state. Yeah, you might get relief, but then when the body does get a resistance to that cure, because cures are only temporary, it will happen 20-fold. And then you'll use more something else like J juice or something else to stop the body from doing that. And then what you're doing is not only starving the body, because again, you won't be hungry. You're not releasing. Those little fucking buggers will eat you out from the inside, cannibalizing you. And you will see people age out progressively on the J juice. And I've said the last 2 years, so you don't need any more J juice at all. Now it's just feeding your body meat, milk, cheese, eggs, facing the demons, pulling the poop out, coughing, sneezing, blowing your nose, resting. And so I can't change people, but I want to make sure that no one gets misdirected by those that can't handle their symptoms. And they are aging out, but they're not my representation. They will take my old information, post it everywhere as if it was today's information, and it's not. But again, I can't stop people from doing what they do. Some people will evolve, others won't. That's just more confirmation that there's some people that will not evolve with my information, and that's fine. That's their choice. But again, I want to make sure that you are clear that in this environment right now, and I feel my heartbeat because it is highly, highly, highly energetic. In this environment, you will not need the J juice because the particle acceleration and climate change is going to cause the immunological response. And then you have to feed it all food in the food supply, especially cream. And if you start mucusing up, like people will, blow your nose. It's time to condition your immune system, your upper respiratory, your lower digestive tract to push out the poop and the mucus. And you may have to help it with your fingers if it's that lodged in and fossilized. But using J juice anymore in this environment is going to work against you. And I can't be any more fucking clear. Okay? And so, again, there'll be some that will not take my evolution because they are too far gone. But that does not mean that that's you. That's them, not evolving. But if you happen to be in the same position as them where they are too far gone, they will do whatever they have to do to have some kind of relative peace, whatever it is, and that's fine because salt and water and fermented probiotic chili juice is not poison. However, being cured in this environment then abides by entropy, the third law of thermodynamics. A body in a cured state in a dynamic environment will not survive a dynamic environment. And that's when you're using J juice or anything else out there as a cure against your body's evolution. You will deteriorate into nothing. If that's not your intention, time to get off the J juice, get away from all the holistic allopathic, and figure out a game plan to survive this because it is fucking aggressive. And the J juice will only work against you in this environment. Especially if you've already done the waterfalls before. You don't even need to do them anymore because you can drink milk and get waterfalls. But if you're lactose intolerant, then you play that game very carefully and you pull out the shit as much as you can without turning to aggressive means. Take care. Bye.